We're now in Lecture 2, Part 6 on Ingram's laws, or law. And after we have discussed democracy as the solution to the problem of the indirect relation of law and morals, we have to discuss the problem of tyranny of democracy. Constitutional law is offered by Ingram as the solution to that problem of tyranny of democracy. Rousseau kind of gives us a picture of this unbridled democracy in which we can see the tyranny of it arising as a problem. And we're going to make a distinction between backward looking versus forward looking legitimation of democratically made laws. The problem is simply that democratic majorities can behave tyrannically. They can just try to get their will at the expense of minorities. The solution that Ingram identifies is that of constitutional law. Constitution outlines not only the process by which laws are made and enforced in a democracy, but also guarantees basic rights to citizens, the kinds of basic rights that cannot be infringed upon by laws. Basic rights may not be infringed upon by overreaching laws made by the would-be tyrannical democracies, people and their electorates. The guardians of those rights must be non-democratically appointed, based on their expertise and impartiality. They are the judiciary branch, members that would check and even improve upon the work of the democratically elected representatives in the legislative and executive branches. The idea is simple. To check the excesses of the democratically elected, we must have those who are not democratically elected but are appointed simply on the basis of their expertise and impartiality. A philosopher of law, Rousseau, is a good example of giving more power to the democratic representatives than to judges. He introduced the notion of the general will that is democratically deliberated upon. It is supposed to be what best serves everyone, what is best and in everyone's interest. But, interestingly enough, the general will may not advance everyone's interests equally in order to best serve everyone. In other words, it may be that society as a whole benefits by that there are the wealthy and the less wealthy and even the poor in it. The poor and the wealthy are not equally benefited in this society. As far as the making of laws legitimate goes, there are two things of note here. One, laws are to be made legitimate by the electorate, and the judges have little power to judge or interpret the laws on the Rousseau's model. Two, the legitimation of the law is never finished here. It is continually reassessed and reconstituted in the democratic process of renewing or changing the old laws under Rousseau's proposal. Rousseau's vision of democracy is almost unlimited and is forward-looking. There's not really a constitution to which to look backward to for limits on what democratic laws can accomplish in their rush forward. Very progressive agenda could be put into place on Rousseau's theory. Here, political values, democratically chosen by the populace, take precedence over stability. This democracy is focused on reform and innovation and is the very opposite of conservatism. But again, there may be democratic excesses here that infringe upon the benefits and the rights of minorities.